You know how search engines work, right? You ask a question, you get a bunch of links, but what if you could do more? A lot more. Today we're diving into Perplexity Labs. It's a tool that's not just about finding information, it's about turning that info into something real, something you can actually use. So just imagine for a moment, what if instead of spending hours clicking through links, your research could actually build the solution for you? I'm talking a custom report, an interactive tool, maybe a full-blown plan, all from one single request. That's the powerful idea we're going to unpack. So what is Perplexity Labs exactly? Well, think of it as a feature that takes your detailed ideas and turns them into real, tangible things. You can create live, interactive web apps, dashboards packed with data, and incredibly thorough reports. It's basically the difference between getting a pile of Lego bricks and getting a fully assembled spaceship. Okay, so where does all this cool tech actually, help out in the real world? Let's kick things off with something pretty much all of us have gone through, the job hunt. Think about the usual way you hunt for a job. It's a total grind, isn't it? You're bouncing between different websites, you're digging around for company details, trying to find the right person to talk to. It is exhausting. The Labs approach just throws all that out the window. It boils it all down to one single step. You write one super detailed prompt about who you are and exactly what you're looking for. And here's what you get back. It's pretty amazing. A final year B.Tech student put in their background, their skills, and boom, out comes this perfect, ready-to-use table. And look, it's not just a list of jobs. You've got the names of HR contacts and direct links to their LinkedIn profiles. This isn't just a bunch of data. This is a list of warm leads. Stuff that would normally take you hours, maybe even days to find on your own. And get this, it works the other way too. A recruiter could feed it a job description and get a whole list of top candidates from different startups, complete with all their experience. It'll even whip up personalized outreach emails for them. The flexibility here is, well, it's a total game changer for professionals. All right, so from building a career, let's pivot to building wealth. The same principles apply. Let's look at another area where this gets really interesting, your personal finances. This thing can act like your own financial co-pilot. So let's get specific. We have a real goal here. A 28-year-old wants to save up 4 crore rupees and retire by the time they're 45. Now that's a seriously complex problem, right? There's so many moving parts. And what does Labs do? It builds an interactive dashboard to solve it. Its analysis showed that a conservative approach would only get them to 2.3 crore. Not going to cut it. But a more aggressive strategy could get them to 4.6 crore, smashing the goal. And here's the best part. This is a live tool. You can go in there, tweak the investment amount yourself, and watch the final numbers update in real time. Okay, so personal planning is one thing. But what about something even trickier? Something riskier, like investing in the startup world. Let's see how Labs handles a direct comparison of 2 massive players in India's electric vehicle market. So the tool spits out this crystal clear side-by-side financial comparison. And you can see the story right away. Ola Electric, way more revenue, but also a much bigger loss. Ather has less revenue, yeah, but their losses are also huge. For an investor, this isn't just numbers. It's a clear, data-driven story about the health and the risk of each company. All right, enough about work and money for a minute. Let's talk about how this kind of super-powered research can just, well, make your personal life easier. Think of it like your own personal shopper and planner. Let's take a super common example. You're a content creator and you need a new wireless microphone. Instead of spending your entire afternoon drowning in YouTube reviews and spec sheets, you just tell Labs to compare 2 of the big brands, Rode and Hollyland, across all the stuff that actually matters to you. Audio quality, battery, price, reviews, the whole deal. And the verdict? It was just unbelievably clear. The tool churned out a detailed benchmark, and the answer was right there in black and white. Across almost every single metric that mattered for this creator, one brand was the consistent winner. It's the kind of clear, data-backed answer you wish you could get for every purchase. And now, for what I think is the coolest part of all, Let's see how this tool can actually bridge that huge gap between a simple idea in your head and a real creative thing you can see and touch. This is where things get really wild. A user gave the tool a prompt to create a concept for a short sci-fi film, something about a scientist on Mars, kind of noir style. But here's the kicker. They didn't just ask for an idea. Nope, they asked for a full screenplay and 9 visual storyboards. And look what happened. From that one brief, the tool executed a whole creative pipeline. First, it fleshed out the core concept. Then, it wrote the screenplay. And finally, it generated AI images to act as storyboards. I mean, talk about an incredible head start. It turned a tiny spark of an idea into a fully structured visual project. So, after all this, what's the big secret to making this work? It's not just about the tool itself. It's all about how you talk to it. The quality of what you get out, whether it's that job list or movie script, is 100% tied to the quality of what you put in. The more detail and context you give it about you and what you need, the more powerful the result is going to be. And that brings us to the final question, really. After seeing how this can tackle everything from job hunting to financial planning to, making a movie, it really makes you think. What's the first complex problem, big or small, that you're going to solve with this?